What if DROGBA, one of the greatest strikers in Premier League history, was back in a Chelsea shirt playing alongside the likes of N'Golo Kante, Willian, Pulisic in 2019? What would happen? And that's exactly what we're going to be finding out in today's video. So I've gone ahead and put a 91 rated DROGBA into the Chelsea team, and we're going to be rebuilding Chelsea with the help of Drogba. The last time Drogba was at Chelsea, he helped them win the Champions League. Hopefully we can do that as well in today's video. So yes, we're going to try and rebuild Chelsea with the help of one of their greatest ever players. This should be a lot of fun. Frank Lampard's done a great job so far, but it's now time for us to take over and rebuild Chelsea. The concept of these rebuild videos are extremely simple. The goal is to win the Champions League. In this particular rebuild, we have to use DROGBA in the first team for the entire rebuild. We can make any transfers required, but from the second window, which is the January transfer window, we're keeping it realistic. We've got to simulate every single game, but once we do reach the Champions League final, we can play that game and hopefully win it to complete the rebuild. It has been a while since I've last done a rebuild video, and that is why I wanted to do something insane, and well, bringing back DROGBA in a Chelsea shirt is exactly that. So if you guys do enjoy today's rebuild video, a like would be awesome. Let's smash out 2,000 likes, that'd be amazing. If you are new around here, subscribe for more FIFA 20 career mode content, and also let me know what team we should rebuild next, and possibly with what legend or icon. Let's take a look at the Chelsea team we're going to be working with for this first season. Of course, keep in mind we can't make any signings in this first summer window because Chelsea do have a transfer ban, so we're going to have to use this squad until January. That's when we're going to make signings to improve the team. I don't really mind the 4-3-3 formation. That's what we're going to be using for this rebuild. DROGBA is of course going to be the main man up front in that striker role. He's going to be amazing for us there. We've got Pulisic as well in the side down that left flank. Willian on the right. Kovacic, Jorginho, Kante in midfield. That's a solid midfield right there. N'Golo Kante and Drogba playing together. That's brilliant. Alonso, Rudiger, Christensen and Azpilicueta at the back. And Kepa in goal. If I could make signings, I would love to improve the fullback positions, maybe even a centre-back option, definitely the wingers, but right now we can't make transfers, so we've got to rely on Drogba carrying this team until January. On the bench, we've got some great options like Tammy Abraham, Pedro, Hudson-Odoi, Barkley, Mason Mount, Zuma. Not too sure about Caballero being a decent option on the bench, but anyway, some good reserve options as well. Youngsters like Emerson, Reece James, Tomori, Loftus-Cheek, and a few players like Giroud and Batshuayi that I'm looking to sell. Obviously, getting this Chelsea side to the Champions League final is going to be a tough task. I think it's going to take us maybe 2, maybe even 3 seasons. With Drogba, we could probably get it done in 2 seasons. Let's see what happens though. We do have a lovely budget to work with. 86 million, that is a lot of money and should be enough to bring us some great players in this first season. About 800,000 in our wage budget as well. It's a shame that we can't make signings in this first window. Since we can't make signings in this first window, I guess training is going to play an important part, and these are the players I'm going to be training for now. Well, we're starting off this rebuild with a cup final, the Uefa Super Cup final, and well, things haven't gone well at all for us as we've been beaten by Liverpool 2-0. I guess this is expected because they're the best team in the world at the moment, and it's going to take us time to rebuild this Chelsea team. Chelsea did win the Europa League last season and also finished 4th, I guess, in the Premier League, and that's why they're in the Champions League this season. And this is our group: Lille, Chelsea of course, Valencia and Ajax. I reckon we should be able to finish first in this group. Hopefully we can. Alright, so we're now going to sim until the January transfer window because we really can't do anything else because of the transfer ban. So we'll sim until then. Hopefully we're doing well in the Premier League as well as the Champions League. And from then on, we can make transfers to, improve this team. Well, so here we are in the January transfer window, and well, in the Premier League, things aren't going that well, I suppose, with 13 points off Spurs, who are top of the Premier League, and apart from that, we're not even in the top 4, 1 point off Manchester United. Hopefully things will change between now and the end of the season in the Premier League, because we've got to finish in the top 4. DROGBA has definitely been carrying this team as he's scored 15 times in 19 games. He's doing incredibly well, and I'm hoping he can keep this up. Also, we got the job done in the Champions League, finishing first in the group, which means knockout rounds, bring it on. Alright, finally we can start making signings to improve this team, and guess what? We've now got more money than ever before. 97 million, 1.5 million in our wage budget as well. Time to make some signings to improve this Chelsea team. Well, it seems like a lot's happened in the time we've simulated. Kepa has now suffered an injury. That's brutal, which means we probably need to invest in a goalkeeper as well. Willian, Pedro and Giroud's contracts are expiring. I don't think we're going to keep them anyway, so I'd let it expire. And also Mason Mount is out for the next 6 weeks. Problematic 6 months, I suppose. No wonder we've kind of struggled in the Premier League. First things first, we need a goalkeeper. We can't really have Caballero playing for us because he's horrendous. He's 73 rated. We need another goalkeeper to play while Kepa recovers. Welcome Rui Patricio, our first signing of this Chelsea rebuild. And the reason I've brought him in is because, well, Kepa picked up a 6-month-long injury, so we need a backup keeper that's capable of actually making saves. Willy Caballero simply isn't. So that's why I've signed Rui Patricio. Pretty cheap, 17 million. He'll get the job done for us until, of course, Kepa recovers. So I didn't want to spend big on the goalkeeper because I know that next season Kepa is anyway going to be the main man. So Rui Patricio seems like a proper good budget signing. So we do have about 80 million left in our transfer budget, which is amazing, and I am looking to bring in a few more players, especially a right winger, because Willian doesn't really convince me, and having a good replacement for him I think is the next move. So we're gonna try and sign a player that can play in that right wing position. Welcome Hakim Ziyech. This is our big money signing of this window, 66 million from Ajax. I have no idea how some of the big European clubs aren't after this guy, because this Moroccan attacker is just unbelievable. The season he had with Ajax last time around was just unbelievable, and for 66 million I think it's a fantastic deal. The 26-year-old is in his prime. He can play on that right side and we're going to be using him in that position. What a signing this is, man. Look at some of his stats. 86 rated. He's got incredible curve, long passing, vision, agility. He's going to create a lot and help us fill the void left by Eden Hazard's departure. Transfer offer coming in for Michy Batshuayi, a player I'm not really interested in keeping because we've got Tammy Abraham and of course Didier Drogba as the main man up top. So I'm going to try and negotiate with Roma and get this price up. Well, unfortunately, Roma are willing to pay only 11.5 million and a sell-on clause of 15% for Batshuayi. I'm going to accept it, so that's an additional amount of money into our transfer budget. And also, Giroud will be joining Wolfsburg next season as he signed a pre-contract agreement with them. So a very good offer has come in for Marcus Alonso, who's 29 years old, and I'm gonna accept this, like 23 million for him. That's brilliant. So Juventus are willing to pay that amount for him. We're gonna accept it, and now we're gonna look for a new left back to, play in the first team. So Marcus Alonso has been sold to Juventus and we get about 19.5 million into our transfer budget, and also Batshuayi has been sold to Roma. I'm adjusting my budget a bit and we do have enough money to bring in a world-class left back, about 60 million in the bag, so let's go out there and bring in a left back. I have gone ahead and made a massive signing to replace Marcus Alonso. 46 million for the Everton man, Luca Digne, former Barcelona player, former PSG player. He's got a ton of experience, he's in his prime, and I think he's going to be a fantastic signing for us. He's already 84 rated, he's going to add much needed quality to our team, and look at some of his top stats. 92 jumping, 85 stand tackling, great stamina, great free kicks as well. Not that he's going to be taking free kicks, Drogba's going to be taking all of them, but still, he's a good option. Crossing as well. I'm sure he's going to be amazing for Chelsea. What a signing this is. So we are on transfer deadline day, and I guess I'm done with all my signings for this window, and I think we've done a great job. We brought in Rui Patricio, Ziyech as well as Luca Digne. We spent a total of 130 million, and we also got rid of the deadwood. So I think all in all it's been a great window, and this is the team we've got until the end of the season. Can this team help us qualify for Champions League next season? Maybe win the Premier League title, although that's going to be difficult. And how are we going to perform in the Champions League? That's going to be interesting as well. So let's sim until the end of the season and see how things are going. Take a look at some of the other big deals going around in the transfer window. We've had Pogba move to Real Madrid for a good amount of money. Rashford going to Bayern Munich as well. And of course, Ziyech to Chelsea is one of the other big moves. And with that, the first transfer window, technically, of this rebuild has come to an end. The Champions League is back and we're in the round of 16. Now, I don't expect Chelsea to win the Champions League this season. I don't think we've got the squad yet to do that. But hey, anything can happen in this competition. So, RB Leipzig in the round of 16. Let's get past them. First leg, and let's see if we can beat them, and it's a 0-0 scoreline. That is tough. It's going to be interesting, that second leg. Second leg against RB Leipzig, and can we knock them out? And oh my goodness, we had to take it to penalties to do that. So 5-4. and we do knock out RB Leipzig from the Champions League and we're through to the quarterfinals. Well, this couldn't get worse. In the Champions League's quarterfinals, we've drawn Barcelona. I mean, are we really gonna get past them? Probably not, but let's just hope for the best. First leg against Barcelona at the Stamford Bridge, we need a result, and we just got destroyed. 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. That just shows we've got a lot of work to do with this Chelsea team. Second leg against Barcelona, and well, at least we put up a fight this time around, but still, we lost. 2-1 Barcelona win at the Camp Nou. And we're knocked out from the Champions League. It's tough, but I guess this was expected. We're not going to win the Champions League in the first season of this rebuild. Let's now sim until the end of the season and see how we've performed in both the Prem as well as all the domestic cup competitions. So the Premier League season has come to an end as Chelsea finish in the top 4, which means we're going to be in the Champions League next season, which is awesome. Liverpool do finish above us with 92 points. City finish on 100 points, but still don't end up winning the league. It is Spurs who win the Premier League with a total of 102 points. Oh, would you look at this? Didier Drogba has won the Premier League Golden Boot, scoring 30 goals in 37 games. That's actually unreal. Assist-wise, we've got Jorginho coming in with 14 assists. Willian as well with a decent contribution. Clean sheets-wise, Rui Patricio, 13 clean sheets. Not bad, decent signing. But Didier Drogba winning the Golden Boot is lovely to see. But our season isn't over yet. Although we got knocked out in the Carabao Cup, we are still alive and well in the FA Cup. We're in the final. We're facing Manchester City. Can we end off the season with a trophy? Let's find out. I would love to win the FA Cup with Chelsea. Let's see if it's possible. And well, it doesn't look like it is, as Man City beat us. They're just a better team. They've got more quality than us, and they've beaten us 3-1, maybe next season. So before even next season begins, we've gone ahead and sold Ross Barkley to Valencia for good money. The thing is, he wasn't happy at Chelsea, and we were literally forced to sell him. Well, at least there's some good news. Drogba ends up winning the Player of the Month award, and tell you what, this graphic with Didier Drogba, it looks brilliant. So let's take a look at the stats of our players this season, and I've got to say Didier Drogba has outshined everyone else in the team, scoring 35 goals for us. That's actually an incredible return. Pulisic did his part, scoring 16 times. Willian as well, Pedro with 8 goals, Kante coming in with 7. I think it's fair to say that we need to get a good supporting cast for Drogba. Assist-wise, we've got Jorginho coming in with 20 assists. That's actually insane. Willian with 8. Digne with, of course, 6, Drogba coming in with 5, and so on. You guys can also take a quick look at the overalls of some players. A lot of players have gone up in their rating, the likes of Rudiger, Pulisic as well. Tammy Abraham is now 79, Hudson-Odoi is now 78. It's good to see all these players grow in their overall. Tomori is 75, lovely to see. So that's the first season wrapped up as Chelsea boss, and we've done a great job rebuilding Chelsea in terms of signings. We've got Champions League football next season. It is time to take this further in season 2 and improve the team even more. I'm going for that Premier League trophy at the very least in season 2. Let's get right into it. So here we are in season 2 of this Chelsea rebuild, and looks like the serious business is about to start as our budget is 188 million. We can make some big money signings this season. Last season we used a 4-3-3, which was decent, but I feel like a 4-2-3-1 would really fit this team incredibly well, and that's why that is what we're going to be using. Ziyech's going to be playing in that cam role this season, and that means we might need to sign another right winger. Drogba is going to, of course, captain the team and play in that striker role. We've got Kante, Jorginho, probably Zuma is going to be in that starting role, but the defense is certainly something I want to upgrade this season. Probably even that midfield, not too sure about that. A winger on the left side maybe. A lot of options, a lot of players to upgrade. It's going to be a fun season. Also, how many players are actually out on loan from Chelsea? Because we've literally got 11 to 12 players back from their loan spell. We can literally form another team with these many players. Anyways, I'm going to look to sell most of them, like Morata and all. The only player that I'm going to look to keep is Bakayoko, because I feel like he could be a great backup option to N'Golo Kante. But yeah, a lot of players are going to be sold in this window. We are straight away getting into some big money transfers, with Jaden Sancho joining Chelsea for about 74 million, I believe. His release clause was that much, so I think we got a good deal on him, and we've signed him. I think he's going to be brilliant for us in that right mid position. Imagine him Ziyech and of course DROGBA. They're going to score a lot of goals among themselves, and that's why I think he's going to be an amazing transfer. Look at some of his stats, man. That acceleration, the dribbling, sprint speed, everything seems perfect. Ball control as well. And it's actually scary that he's only 20. I think this is a big transfer for the club. At the moment, the only left winger we've got at the club is Pulisic, and I know he's a great player, but we definitely need options down that left side, and that's why I've gone ahead and signed Leon Bailey, who's going to give tough competition to, of course, Pulisic. So we've signed him for 43 million, and the 83 rated player is going to be big for us because he's young, he's quick as well. He's going to add a lot to this Chelsea team. So we've just received a pretty ridiculous offer for DROGBA. Now, of course, we're not going to sell him because he's literally the reason why I'm making this video. He's on the thumbnail, so he's not going anywhere. But I thought it'd be interesting to see how much clubs are willing to pay for him. So Madrid have come in with a 131 million offer. Of course, we're going to reject it. Take a look at this. We've actually gone ahead and sold a ridiculous amount of players. The likes of Morata, Miazga, Kennedy, all gone. And yeah, basically getting rid of the deadwood. I think we've done a good job with that. And after all those player sales, our transfer budget is back up to about 135 million, which means now I can go ahead and bring in a defender to improve this team even more. We have made an absolute mammoth signing, our biggest signing of the series so far, 104 million for Koulibaly. I told you guys I wanted to reinforce that defense, and with Koulibaly, we've done exactly that. He is 90 rated at the moment, one of the best centre-backs in the game. You really can't go wrong with that. He's going to help us potentially win the Premier League and the Champions League this season. An offer came in from Bayern Munich for Kurt Zouma, and I decided to sell him because now we've already got 4 good centre-backs: Koulibaly, Rudiger, Tomori, and of course Christensen. No reason to keep him, so I decided to take the money. And that is the transfer window pretty much wrapped up for us. We made some big moves in this window, bringing in Sancho, Bailey, and of course Koulibaly. We spent a total of 221 million, which is ridiculous, let's just be honest. And looking at some of the other top deals, Eriksen to, of course, Barcelona, Bruno Fernandes to PSG. But our team, man, it looks so good. Only one position probably needs an improvement, and that's that right back spot, which we will look to improve maybe in the January transfer window. But I think this squad is capable of doing insane things, like potentially even winning the Champions League. We're going to try and go for everything this season. I know it's going to be difficult, but I think we've got the squad ready to do exactly that. Even our bench looks a lot more insane this season, with a lot of players going up in their overall. I think we can achieve the Champions League trophy this season and complete this rebuild off. So let's sim until January and see how things are going. So this is the Champions League group we've been drawn into: Valencia, RB Leipzig, and RB Salzburg alongside us. I don't even know if it's legal having RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg in the same group, but anyways, let's hope we can top this Champions League group with ease. Oh my goodness, have a look at this. We're absolutely killing it in the Premier League at the moment. 21 games in, we are unbeaten with 59 points. Now, Man City are chasing us incredibly well. They have the same amount of points as us, but we've got a better goal difference. But this might be the season where we win the Premier League, because we're unbeaten, man. We're invincible, at least up until now. Interestingly, DROGBA isn't the player that scored the most goals for us in the Premier League. It's Jaden Sancho with 16 goals for us, which is crazy. DROGBA has scored 13 times as well, which is great. Ziyech coming in with 10 goals. So last season it was all about DROGBA scoring goals for us. This season we've had a variety of different goal scorers contribute, which I guess is great. Ziyech with 8 assists as well. Jorginho with 6. I think we're doing incredibly well in the Premier League. Also, things just keep getting better. We're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup as we face Spurs. We might just end up winning this competition. Even in the Champions League, things are going well for us as we finish first in the group. It was tough against Valencia, but we got through. And in the round of 16, we're going to be up against Galatasaray. So we are in the January transfer window, which means we can start making improvements to our team. In fact, there's only one position I want to improve upon, and that is that right back position. Not convinced with Azpilicueta anymore. I think it's time to move on to a better right back. Reece James is a decent backup option, but I really want to bring in that quality right back that can help us win the Champions League and the Premier League this season. We needed a right back, and I can't see a better option than Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Manchester United. We've got him for 37.9 million. He is 83 rated at the moment, a big upgrade over Azpilicueta in my opinion. This guy seems perfect to play in that position. Really excited to see how he performs for us. And I guess with that, we're done with our signings for this season. I don't think we need to make any more improvements. Azpilicueta has been sold to Napoli. He's been a great servant to the club, but now with the signing of Wan-Bissaka, we don't really need him, so it just made sense to sell him. So guys, the January transfer window is wrapped up, and we just made that one signing in Wan-Bissaka. We do have money left, but we're not going to be using it at least this season. So this is the Chelsea team that we've built with the likes of Ziyech, Bailey, Sancho, Koulibaly, Wan-Bissaka, Digne as well, and we're ready for the season. So this is the team we've got. This is the bench we've got. We're now going to sim until the end of the season, and hopefully we can find ourselves in the Champions League final. I think we've got the team, that's capable of winning every single trophy. I mean, look at the quality we've got on this team. Let's just hope for the best. Can we beat Man City, who are the team that are challenging us for the Premier League title as well? And yes, we can. We've won the Carabao Cup, our first trophy of this rebuild. Leon Bailey scoring in regular time, and we managed to beat them on penalties 4-3. We actually made light work of Galatasaray in the round of 16, knocking them out 5-0 on aggregate. Let's hope the draw will be kinder to us than last season. Last season, we got Barca in the quarters. We don't want that happening again. This time, it is Spurs. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Chelsea versus Spurs, Champions League quarterfinals. We definitely need a strong result away from home in the first leg, and we do get exactly that, beating them 4-2. That is 4 away goals. We're definitely in prime position to make it to that Champions League semi-finals. Time for that second leg. Can we knock out Spurs? And we do exactly that. Ziyech and DROGBA scoring. Job well done. We're in the Champions League semi-finals. Bayern Munich versus Chelsea in the Champions League semi-finals. A rematch of that 2012 final where Chelsea beat Bayern on penalties. Can DROGBA do it again for us? Hopefully. The first leg is at the Allianz Arena away from home, and we need a performance. Can Chelsea get the result against Bayern? And we can. Ziyech has scored for us 1-0 away from home. This is big. A 0-0 scoreline in the second leg against Bayern means that Chelsea are through to the Champions League final. Brilliant. So Man City knocked out Barcelona in the semi-finals, which means in the Champions League final it's going to be Manchester City up against Chelsea for that trophy. We can end off this rebuild and complete it in this season itself. Just one game to go. Hopefully we can beat City. So the Premier League has come to an end, and look at this, guys. We've gone unbeaten this season. No wonder we're doing so well in the Champions League, because we've absolutely killed it in England. We've won the Premier League with 36 wins and just 2 draws with 110 points. Like, that is incredible. Man City finished second with 102 points. Imagine losing the Premier League after securing 102 points. It's actually crazy. So there you go, man. We are champions of England. We've won the Premier League, and we've done it in incredible fashion. We did get knocked out by Liverpool though in the FA Cup, which is a bit of a bummer. Anthony Martial ended up winning the Golden Boot this season, but DROGBA came in with a crucial 28 goal contribution. Sancho scored 25 times, Ziyech coming in with 18 as well. Assist wise, look at Ziyech up there with 16 assists for the season. And clean sheets wise, we've got Patricio and Kepa keeping a good amount of clean sheets, so seems like both of them got enough game time this season. We've won the Premier League, we've won the Carabao Cup. Can we make it 3 trophies and end off this rebuild in style by beating Manchester City in this Champions League final? Let's get right into it. Here we go, Champions League final against Manchester City, and I'm really excited to use the team that we've built, the likes of Ziyech, Sancho, Pulisic as well, kind of a new signing for Chelsea, Koulibaly at the back, Wan-Bissaka, Digne, and most importantly, I'm very eager to use Didier Drogba to see what he can do up top in that striker role. Can he score in this Champions League final like he did back in 2012? It is time to find out. Let's get right into this game against Manchester City. That's the City team that we're up against. They've made a few signings to improve their team like Casemiro and Skriniar, but apart from that, it is the classic Man City team that we're up against. John Stones playing as their left back. That is something we can definitely exploit. I think Jaden Sancho is going to have a field day down that right side. Let's get into this game. Well, I should have changed Didier Drogba's kit number to 11 or something, because 99 looks incredibly weird on him. But anyways, it shouldn't really impact his performance. Releases Christian Pulisic. Pulisic now. Could find Didier Drogba. It's a brilliant ball. Drogba with the header. It's off the post, but on the rebound, Hakim Ziyech strikes as Chelsea take the lead in this Champions League final. I'll be honest, guys, I would have loved to see Drogba score that header, but he was unlucky there as it came off the post. Chelsea do lead 1-0 though in this Champions League final. Hakim Ziyech coming up clutch with the goal. Look at that for a cross though to Drogba. Ziyech right place, right time, and we're leading 1-0 in this Champions League final. Jorginho looks for Drogba. Drogba there with the fake shot. Brings it on that right foot of his, goes for the power shot. That is Drogba at his absolute best. There is no stopping him when he's in that kind of form. He literally just banged that one in. No chance for the keeper. The power behind that was absolutely incredible. Didier Drogba doing Didier Drogba type things, I suppose, as he bangs this one in. First, of course, the drag back was brilliant to open up space. And then bang, far post, no chance for Edison, as Chelsea now make it 2-0 in this Champions League final. We're making light work of Man City. Oh, we've got a free kick from 30 yards out, and of course we're going to take this one with Didier Drogba. Can he put this one in? Let's see. Drogba with a lot of power, a lot of swirl as well, but that was straight towards Edison. Finds Didier Drogba. Here's Drogba on the attack. Drogba with pace and power. Still Drogba turns and shoots and forces a big save from Edison, and now Ziyech chipping this one in for Drogba, but Edison punches it away. First half of this Champions League final has come to an end, and we've completely dominated Pep's City. We've been brilliant, Drogba's been brilliant, and let's keep this up in the second half and we'll surely be winning the Champions League. Jaden Sancho now on the attack, sees Hakim Ziyech, what a pass that is. Ziyech shoots, and now on the rebound Pulisic shoots, but he's denied by Edison. Still 2-0 Chelsea. I mean, we are literally destroying City in this game. Let's keep it going. N'Golo Kante now bombing forward as we've got a chance to try and make it 3-0. Kante's going to cross it in. Hakim Ziyech with the header, but I don't even know what that was. That was definitely not a header. It literally just bounced off his head. Oh, Drogba's managed to get the ball off the City defenders. He could be scoring his second of the game. Didier Drogba's a lethal finisher. And there you go. He makes it 3-0. Against Manchester City in this final. I don't think City are coming back in this game. I mean, look at Drogba there. That is just brutal strength, getting the ball off the City defenders, and then the finish was ruthless as well. His second of the game as City are 3-0 down to us. Oh, here we go with the chance now to make it 4-0 against Manchester City. Pulisic laying this one off to Jaden Sancho, who scores, and this is getting a bit humiliating for City. Honestly, should we even be surprised? Because we've legit built a super team with the likes of Drogba, Ziyech, Jaden Sancho, and we are literally toying with Man City in this final, which is amazing. Full time against Man City, and we've won the Champions League and effectively completing the rebuild. And it's all because of this man, Didier Drogba. He was brilliant in this challenge video. 4-0 against City in this final, man. We destroyed them. It's time to see Didier Drogba lift the Champions League trophy once again. And there you go. With that, Chelsea are champions of Europe, and we've completed this rebuild. What a season we've had. We won the Champions League. We won the Carabao Cup on penalties against Man City. I mean, we've beaten them twice in 2 finals. And we won the Premier League, of course. This rebuild has been a massive success. So in the Champions League, Coutinho ends up as the top scorer with 11 for Barcelona. Drogba finishes in second spot with 8. Assist-wise, we've got Aguero finishing first with 4. Any Chelsea players, Jorginho coming in with 3. Let's take a detailed look at the stats of our players this season. So our top goal scorer, Didier Drogba, with 41 goals this season, 8 in the Champions League, 28 in the Premier League. He's been the star of this rebuild. Jaden Sancho, though, with a sizable contribution of 30 goals. Ziyech coming in with 22. Kante scoring 12 as well. Jorginho with 9. Loftus-Cheek with 8, and so on. Now, assist-wise, Ziyech coming in with 20 assists. Sancho with 14. Jorginho with 10. Mount with 6. Drogba with 6, and so on. This is the team that helped us complete the rebuild. You guys can take a quick look at the overalls of some of the players. As you guys can see, a lot of players went pretty high in their overall. Like, of course, Abraham, who's now an 82. Pulisic now an 84. Loftus-Cheek is an 83. We've got Tomori, who's gone up to 77. Reece James up to 79. Emerson up to 80. Mason Mount up to 81. Hudson-Odoi up to 81. But this was the first team that helped us win the Champions League in this rebuild. Frankfurt ended up winning the Europa League, beating Inter Milan. Interesting. And so with that, we're going to be wrapping up today's video. It's been really fun recording this rebuild challenge with Didier Drogba. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. A very successful rebuild. We won the Champions League, the Premier League, the Carabao Cup. And if you guys enjoyed today's rebuild, a like would be awesome. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know what kind of rebuild you want to see next on the channel. And I'll catch you guys next time.